Hello everyone, my name's George Hammond and today we'll be taking a look at Chronicles Brass and Wood by Evolution series. Now this is the final of the currently released Chronicles series, so it'll be very interesting to jump in and take a look at it. It contains 20 gigabytes of compressed samples, it runs in the free contact player, and it is $199. However, until the 10th of January, you can get it in a bundle with the other two members of the Chronicles series for €248.50. So we'll be taking a look at it, and we'll be looking and seeing what it sounds like. Let's jump in and take a listen. So here I have Contact loaded up. If we just bring this open here in Contact, I've already got it loaded in, and we see it has in it a clarinet, a flugelhorn, a saxophone, and a trumpet. So let's just see what the combination sounds like. That's very nice, I like that. So as you can see here, got reverb. We'll put that up a bit and have a listen to it. Quite a nice reverb. I believe it's just a convolution one that's built into Contact. We've got noise here, so we can turn that down or turn up to how much we'd want. I'm going to turn it off for the minute. And we've got dynamic, so up 0. If we pull this down to 0, everything will be the loudest possible. We turn it up, that's how much dynamic range there is. So at the minute we've got that turned up to 91%. So things can be quite quiet or quite loud. The average, I think, and the best one is around 50. It normally tends to sound best at around 50 from what I've experimented with the other two. So, as you see, we've got the 3D soundstage. I think this is a very, very big and a big win for Chronicles series and Evolution series in general. The fact that their libraries have this 3D stage in it. Because it's so easy, just if you want everything in the back, you can just drag it to the back there. And then you've got it all at the back. Or you can bring it all to the front, have all close mics. It's just so easy, and it's so wonderful, especially when you have combinations like this. Very loud indeed, or you can pan it how you want to. So you can do some pretty cool stuff with it. Under advanced, we've got velocity curve, divisi settings, so you can divisi out what notes go to what, etc., and how many voices each one can have max. We've got attack and release. Actually, I don't know if you can say what notes go to what exactly. No, it just does that automatically. We've got divisi limiter here, and dynamic range again. And here are the articulations in the default patch. We've got waves slow and fast depending on the velocity you play at. So that's pretty cool. Let's go listen to some of the individual sounds. There's some more combinations. We'll take a look at those quickly, like this one called Family. Quite an interesting one. What articulations has that got on it? Sustain, staccato. Yes, just sustain and staccatos. Let's see if there's another one. What about overly dramatic? I'm occasionally called that. That's pretty cool. I quite like that one. Quite an interesting one. We've got marcatos on that one. Let's go take a listen to some individual instruments like the clarinet here. Staccato motion or key switch. Next articulation. It'd probably be good if I brought up the builder here. So that was staccato. This is staccato, but a shorter one, I believe. I believe that might be the same as D here. Oh no, so this one, if you hold down, does it do that with the other ones? Yes, it does. So these are all different speeds. We go up to the next one. And then we've got triplets at the end. I found that really quite cool and useful in Baku on the horse fiddle. Let's take a listen to the clarinet sustain motions here. So we've got normal sustain every bar. Yeah, every bar. Been a while since I've had to look at music symbols like that. It's all just numbers nowadays, isn't it? And then the fast one. So that sounds really quite nice there. Let's go to some textures here. The textures are always pretty cool in the Evolution series instruments. This one's still loading in, so we'll just give it a second to load in. There we go. Interesting. I'll just try reloading that one. There we go, seems to have worked now. Not sure what the issue was there. Let's put it down to the C here and take a listen to the bend up. I do like the textures in the Evolution series stuff. I think they're great. Oh! Bit jazzy, that one. We've got slows here. Wasn't very slow, that's still slower than the fast one, but not that slow. Marcatos, of course. I've got waves here. Pretty nice. And slow. Pretty nice. What else have we got here? We've got textural shorts. We've got short and medium. And we've got fast. And the fastest option here. Pretty nice sounding. And that's it for the clarinet. Let's go to the Flugelhorn. Just wait for that to load in quickly. It doesn't take that long to load in. It's quite a fast loading library, especially considering I got this running off a external hard drive. That sounds quite nice. So automate loads in on E here, which is this one. So if we go back to the first one, it sounds like this. And then we've got the next one. even faster. Even faster still. And the fastest option is this, so yeah, it's a bit more complicated. We're just saying the fastest. So that's really fast, and then we've got triplets, of course. So that sounds pretty nice. We've got sustain motions next, don't we? Even faster. And even faster still. Next we've got the textural chords. So the texture stuff is definitely the best bits of these libraries. Nothing really beats them, they're great. Let's take a look at what articulations it has. Bends up, full fast, full slow, Staccato, wave fast, wave slow. So the same as the clarinet. And I presume they'll all have the same. Let's take a listen. Pretty nice sounding. We've got full slows here. And then Staccatos. No, I didn't click it. My fault. No. This should now be the Staccato. There we go. And then we've got the waves, of course. Listen to how expressive that is. That's lovely. Really, really nice. And we've got the slows, of course. Really, really beautiful. Saxophone. I quite like the saxophone, especially bass saxophones. So it'll be interesting to see what this sounds like. I know a lot of people don't like them. So we'll just wait for this to load in and then we'll have a play with it. Faster. I'm actually going to change key, I think. Then we've got even faster. I quite like how you can play another note when the others are playing and it starts jumping between them. That's quite nice. We go up even further and make it even faster. The reverb was a bit weird on that. Then we've got it even faster. then, of course, my favourite, the triplets. Just want to try something. No, so it doesn't affect it. I thought maybe if you select one of these and then select the triplets, it will do the triplet at that speed. But no, it's stuck at that one speed. Next up, we've got the sustain motions. Very beautiful sound. The reverb, though, go turn it down a bit on this bass on this saxophone here. Doesn't really sound the best, I think. I'm also going to turn off the noise and turn down the reverb there. That could also be the room it's recorded in. There's something a bit weird about that. First, next up, we've got even faster sustains. And then the fastest option. Then we have textural calls, or the textural call, which has our bends up, etc. Oh, that sounds really nice on the saxophones. You could definitely write some very nice jazz pieces with this library. Slow falls. Then we've got slow falls. Oh no, we've got the Staccato, sorry. Then we've got the waves. I really like the waves. They're almost sforzando. Then we've got the slow ones. And then we've got the final instrument, which is the trumpet. So this is what the staccato sounds like. We'll just wait for it to load in a bit more. Because occasionally with these Chronicles libraries, if you don't let them load in properly, it goes a bit funny, I've found. So we'll just let that load in, and I'll take a sip of tea. Like so. See? Oh no, that's... Never mind, that's not a note. Here we go. So of course what you can do... You can use the 1 bar long ones just as a normal staccato if you wish. So if we then go to the fastest one. Pretty nice. We'll just rush through these speeds here. So that one's almost too fast for a trumpet, in my opinion. Then we have these sustain motions. I really like these sustain motions on these trumpets. Reminds me of a piece from the Sherlock Holmes 2 soundtrack, which I cannot remember the name of. Might it be the one called Did You Just Call My Wife or something? But it's got a very nice trumpet quartet thing on it. And that reminds me of this similar tone. And the fastest. And then we'll go to the textural chords here. I keep saying that wrong. It's textural chord, not textural chords. Can't even say it right there. Those bends up are lovely. Beautiful. Those fills work really, really well on the trumpet. Really nice. I really like that. I like that Staccato a lot as well. Then we've got the waves fast. Really nice. Then slow. And then we've got the trumpet shorts here. And that is all that is in the library as well, some other combinations. So that all sounds really good. I really do like the sounds in this library. There's a lot of really, really good stuff in it. It's very different from the other Chronicles series, which are more ethnic and traditional in their approach and have more world instruments in them, whilst this is very much a kind of jazz library in my opinion. It's got flugelhorn, trumpet and saxophone clarinet, which is kind of an odd combination, if I must admit. I've never seen a clarinet mixed with a saxophone. And, well, the trumpet and flugelhorn's quite common together, but when you have all four together, it is a bit odd. I've never really seen it before. But it sounds really good. I do like the sound of it. I think it's a very nice tone to the entire library. Some of the lower saxophone notes sound a little bit weird, but I'm more inclined to think that that is the convolution reverb inside a contacts fault rather than the room or the actual instrument. So there's quite a nice sound to the library. I quite like the tone. This is definitely a great library if you're into jazz, you like a bit of jazz and all that stuff. So it's definitely works, and it's definitely quite a nice library. Is it worth $199 US? I'm not 100% sure about that, really. It's got 4 instruments in it, and it's definitely not your traditional library. But if you're really into these textural things and you want to complete the bundle and you've got the native instrument cell, I think as a bundle with the other two, definitely worth it. On its own, maybe not at that price, but definitely worth a sale price, I think. I'd probably give this library around a 7 out of 10, maybe a 6.5. It's not bad, and it is no different to the other libraries in the Chronicles series, but it's definitely quite an odd one out, and it doesn't really go with those other libraries. And indeed, it's unlike many of the other instruments that Evolution series do. So it's quite a unique one, which makes it very interesting, but also makes it different. But it is nice, and I do think it is quite a useful library for one specific thing, and that's jazz. I don't know how useful and how usable it would be if you were to try and use it in some cinematics. So I can maybe see it in 1 or 2 cinematic pieces, but they would be more jazz inspired in my mind. you definitely couldn't use this in... Well, maybe you could use it in pop. I don't know. I don't really write those genres, but let me know. Do you think you'd be able to use this in what you write? I think in what I write, maybe in a very limited capacity. I think it's got a very nice sound to it, but for what I do, it doesn't really go with a lot of what I do. However, it is a nice library, and it's interesting to see them branching out and doing something a little bit different. This was the first of the Chronicles series, I believe, so it's quite interesting that they set the trend with this one, and then they did the other two completely different. So, you don't know really, it's very interesting, I find. I think it sounds quite good though I'm not necessarily sure it's worth the price. Evolution series did give this to me, so I haven't bought it myself, but looking at the price, I'm not sure I'd want to pay that much for this one specifically. The other ones definitely are worth the price that they're charged at. This one, I don't know. I'm not really the use case. I wouldn't really use this library in my own things, I don't think, very much. Or at least in to its full capacity. But it's a very interesting library, and I think it sounds really cool. So good on Evolution series for making it and releasing it. They're a great sample library company, and it'll be great to see what they do in the future. My name has been George Hammond. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a lovely new year and a happy week. Goodbye.